Hello everybody, it's Marialda here once again, and welcome back to another figure unboxing. Woohoo! Yes, we have a figure in front of us, and it is from a game that I don't play, that I don't know anything about. Yeah, we have Kiana Kaslana, the Herrscher of the Void, or Sovereign of the Sky, Fairy of the Fountain, the Parasol Kaiserin version of her. She is in a beach outfit, she's got a surfboard, she's got a parasol, she's got, beach chair and sandwiches and all that good stuff. Like I said, never played the game, don't know anything about it. Just know that, yeah, we got some very beautiful figures from it. So we've got Yai Sakura, the Mandarin gown version of her, and we've got Rita Rostweiss. Again, don't know these characters, but they are absolutely gorgeous, and I'm expecting pretty much the same from Kiana. Yeah, she was basically an impulse buy. I wanted another figure. I put up 3 on the Discord. This one was picked, and it was one that I was kind of leaning towards. She was the last one on Nami too. But anyways, Kiana Kaslana. She is from Honkai Impact III. She is a 1/8 scale figure manufactured by MiHoYo and Apex. So probably going to be very good. She was released in March of 2021. Don't know a date because she is not allowed on MFC because Honkai Impact III is a Chinese game, and it is made by a Chinese manufacturer. So, yeah, you won't find her on MFC. I ordered her on the 15th of June, 2021. Paid for her on the 16th. She shipped out on the 17th or something or like that. And I got her today on the 21st of June. DHL took their dang time. It says there's a bonus acrylic stand. I'm guessing that is inside the box. And as I said, she was an impulse buy. The box is kind of boring. It's, kind of a beach theme. You got the blue and the sand and water and everything. But there's the front of her box. There is the side of her box. There's the back of the box with the different promo shots and warnings and information and blah, 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 blah. And the other side. And then we have the top of the box. It is a big giant box. I just noticed there is a nice silhouette of the figure on the top, and then a plain boring tan bottom. So yeah, let's get her open. There are 3 oval seals on her, one on each side and one on the back. Feels like a pretty heavy-duty cardboard box, not paperboard, so should be well protected. It does add to the weight, though, and she is in a very large box, so shipping is crazy expensive. Let's see. Gotta be careful, because we don't want to break her, and we don't want to break the other figures that I have next to her. And then there's instructions inside of the box. It's a beach theme. You got the, islands off in the distance and everything. And you got, again, that silhouette of her. Put the box off to the side. Stand her up. We won't stand her up quite yet. We'll take the bonus item off. And there she is in her box. Little tiny figure, big giant box because of all the accessories. There are her instructions. So lots of little spots to put things on the base. And you attach her, you put the lifesaver and the table there, and then you put the surfboard and the umbrella on and hook them all together and all that good fun stuff. Yay. So yeah, this is the bonus item. It is an acrylic stand, quite large. Kind of has a 3D effect looking going on, but it's Kiana in her outfit sitting on one of her mechs or something. I don't know what it is. And then on the back, we've got the little metal rods, which you use to stand it. Just put them through the holes, and then it'll stand like that. If we tilt the camera down, kind of. I'm not going to take it out right now for this video, but it is what it is. We'll go ahead and set that off to the side. And we shall start looking at Kiana again. So if we tilt the camera back up, you can see everything. as well as you can see in a blister packaging. She definitely does seem to be on the smaller side compared to Yai and Rita. Is it Yai or is it Sakura? I don't know. But everything looks to be well packaged. A couple separate blisters. So yeah, let's go ahead and start on the back. This will be fun to put back in the box. Several pieces of tape holding this shut. Any on the top? No. Any on the other side? Of course. And that should be good. So this blister has her, swim ring, lifesaver, whatever you want to call it. It is matte texture. You got some translucent red and white paint. The white is solid. The red, it might be solid. It might be a little translucent. Can't really tell. And it's got a big giant peg on the bottom, so it does not just sit there. It actually pegs into the base. And then we've got her surfboard. Plastic wrapped around it. It says summer. It's blue. It's got lighter blue and tan stripe on it. It's got a rope with an anchor, so yes, she can anchor herself. Surfboard, longboard, whatever you want to call it. The bottom is plain white. It does have shading down at the bottom, so it goes to a gray. And then that rope stretches over to the peg, I guess. We'll figure it out when we get there. Let's go ahead and put this blister away now. And then let's start working on the main blister. I really wish the air conditioner would kick on right about now. It's warm and humid. There we go, get that open. And we'll spin around and we'll start with her base. So there is the base. It is a sandy beach theme. And unfortunately, no matter what they do, they can't make sandy beach theme bases not look like sugar cookies. But there are a couple starfish, one there and one there. And all sorts of little peg holes and pegs and little guidelines and everything for all the little accessories. And there is shading, and it's not flat. It's got lots of texture on it, so that's nice. The bottom is quite shiny. MiHoYo, all rights reserved, Apex Innovation. So yay, that is the base. Fairly large base. We've got her little beach table. So fairly simple. It's a pole. It's got a couple bracers and it's got a rope tied around it. Top is nothing to write home about. It's just a brown disc. It is kind of weighty, and I believe that's because it has magnets in it. Yes, I think that ring may be the magnet. Set that off to the side. Next, we'll pull out her little champagne booze bottle, whatever. Again, this has a magnet in it as well, or a metal plate or whatever. It's magnetic, I should say. It looks like a glass bottle. It's plastic, of course. It's got a little reddish magenta shield on it for the little pin. It's quite well done. Good shading and everything. The little line is very clean. Yes, it is magnetic. Then we've got her sandwiches. So nice little basket with a couple sandwiches and a piece of bread. Let's see. Looks like lettuce and tomato and maybe ham. And the basket is quite detailed, for as small as it is. And it is all resting on a napkin, so nice and clean. And yes, magnetic as well. This will be a little bit difficult. So her drink has I won't take it out of the plastic right now, but there's a little tiny cocktail umbrella and 2 little lines that go on the brim of the cup. So like I said, I won't take that out just yet so I don't lose it. Then we've got her parasol. Let's see if we can get this out without breaking anything. Again, it's got some weight to it. It feels like the pole is metal. Sounds metal too. So the top of the parasol is that aqua and white pattern. Looks pretty good. It's nice and the paint is very clean on it. So they did a good job, good masking, so no bleeding. Kind of a brass, dirty brass or whatever, brown color for the spines. Inside, the ribbing is kind of a dark teal to black gradient and everything. And you've got the rope that attaches to the surfboard. And yeah, that definitely feels like a metal rod. It's painted, and it does have a gradient from a tan to a black. So be careful with this. Probably could do paint transfers if it rubs against her. And I believe the only other thing is Kiana. Unfortunately, I believe she is attached to her chair. Okay. So there's like foam protecting her on the back. On the sides, there are 2 blisters. Which wrap around and protect her. And then carefully pull her out of that bag and then unwrap the one going around her hair. There we go. We'll set her down for now, and we'll put the blister out of the way. So there is Kiana. I'm just looking. So I do see a peg going into her butt. So she is permanently attached, which is unfortunate. It'd be nice to be able to get a good view of her back and everything, but I can also completely understand why Apex did that. Her hair feels kind of like a rubber, so you can move it around without too much worry. That's a nice thing. Yeah. Let's bring her close. So we are getting kind of a top-down view of her. She's got a nice, kind of blank expression on her face. One complaint I have seen online is that the flesh doesn't have any shading on it. And just doing a quick little spin around, I would agree with that. There's no shading on the flesh. But all the paintwork on the dress is very clean. Not seeing any bleeding, and the little lines are sharp and, clean. They're no bleeding. She's got a couple starfish on her top. This one is pink on the bottom and kind of blue on the top. Nice little gradient. And then there's a gold one underneath it. A couple more starfish in her hair and a seashell. Nice little ribbon. Again, very clean. Looks kind of like her surfboard. She's got a little brooch or whatever on her necklace, kind of holding the cups together. And you've got some straps going up and around her neck. And yes, there is glorious, glorious strap gap. Not a whole lot of it, but it is there. The downside is it does hide her cleavage line a little bit. So it's there, but you can't really see it. She's got some nice translucent plastic around her sleeves, and then poofy sleeves. Little nicely painted rings on the bottom of the sleeves. Again, more transparent plastic at the cuffs. She is wearing some bracelets. Fingers are all individually sculpted. She's got painted nails. On this hand, because of the position, they are one piece, not individual, but painted nails. She is drinking some of her champagne, I'm guessing. There's no bubbles, but it is that goldish color and everything. Important question. I don't know if I can get the angle right, but it appears to be black for the answer to the important question. There is some good shading on her skirt, so it's the teal and then a darker color, and then on her belly it's almost a sea green. She has some very strappy sandals on, one going all the way up her calf and the other one just barely to the beginning of the calf. Nice toes, painted toenails of course, nice aqua bows, and high heels with teal bottoms. We do see some peg holes on the bottom of her hair drills. And I do like how the hair kind of goes down and then wraps around the chair back. The chair itself is one of those fabric beach chairs. It's got orange and white stripes on it. Not very textured on the supports, but they are painted and shaded quite well, and you know, they put the little details of the pegs and hinges and everything, so very good. Good side boob on her. She has large breasts, but in the anime world, you know, normal human size boobs. They would consider them small. Up there's another starfish on her waist. We do not see a belly button, which is, I mean, it makes sense with wearing a skirt, and it's not vacuum sealed. In the slit, we do see a little hint of her belly flesh. So yeah, let's start assembling her. So the first thing we do is we have the champagne roll under the turntable. So we'll take the base and we'll start putting her on the base. I'm assuming I'm doing this right. And this hair goes over to this peg, and this hair goes over to this peg. So yeah, the hair is definitely a rubber, so you don't have to be very careful with it. So it has lots of sculpting, but they are not like individual strands. It's one solid piece of rubber. So that's good. Push her chair down into the holes a little bit more. And then the next thing they show is putting the umbrella, or not umbrella, the swim ring in, with the table going down into the hole behind it. Goes through the swim ring. I'm going to just spin it so that we get the rope is kind of sticking out. Don't know if she's supposed to be like resting her elbow on the table, but there is a gap on mine at least. And then the next thing is we'll put the surfboard on. And then the umbrella, there is a peg hole. It doesn't look like you have to put it through her hair or anything like that. Slots in pretty easy. And now we try to get the ropes lined up. So it'd be easier if the umbrella was not in the way. It'd also be easy if the camera wasn't in the way. Well, maybe easy is the wrong word. It would be easier. Well, I'm not going to fiddle with it too much just for the sake of the video. So there is a little bit of white peg showing. And then it shows putting the drink and the sandwiches however you desire. And then we come to the little tiny bag of tiny accessories. So let's get that open. Oh, there goes the umbrella. We'll put that in first. So it's got a nice, like wine red umbrella panels in white. Let's see, that goes kind of in there. There we go. And then we've got the little lime slices or cucumbers or whatever. I'm going to say lime. They are, of course, all the way at the bottom of the plastic. Let's see. Maybe it'll be easier if I just cut them out carefully. There's the one. That did not want to stay. So these are going to be very careful, very easy to lose. I don't know if you're supposed to put them both on. It only shows one going on in the instructions. So I'm guessing this is a spare for if you lose it. So I am not going to stick the second one on. But there is Kiana, all assembled. And yeah, she looks pretty dang good. It's got nice golden eyes with a kind of a crosshair pattern in them. She is looking downwards, so I mean she is definitely top shelf worthy, but you'd want to put her on a higher shelf if you want a good view of her face. And she's just, you know, sitting there nice and elegant. I wonder if we spin this a little bit more. Yeah, if you spin it, it does kind of go under her arm, but it still doesn't have her resting her arm on it. So it is what it is. Just go and put it all together again and spin this so we can see the little emblem. But yeah, this is Kiana Kaslana, the Herrscher of the Void, or Sovereign of the Sky, Fairy of the Fountain, Parasol Kaiserin version of her. However, she's got lots of little titles that I don't know anything about because I've never played Honkai Impact 3rd. She is popping out of the base. Come on, get in there, stay. And now her arm is more resting on the table, so that's good. She is a 1/8 scale figure manufactured by MiHoYo and Apex Innovation. She was released in March of 2021. Not cheap. I got the last one that was new on AmiAmi. They may get more, who knows. But she cost 17,160 yen, or $162.55 when I ordered her. She comes with a bonus acrylic stand, at least the first press release of her. I don't know. It is quite weighty and large. And she comes in a very giant box. So be aware of that. If you order her, shipping is going to be a bitch, as it was for me. Let's see if we compare her with Yae Sakura. So yeah, it could just be because she's lower, but she definitely feels smaller than Yae, who is also a 1/8 scale figure. That, I'd say the face is the biggest difference. And then if we bring Rita over, she is definitely smaller than Rita, who I believe is also a 1/8 scale. So scales, they're just guidelines, really. But yeah. Honkai Impact 3rd. They have very, very beautiful figures. I've never played the game. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this. I'm out. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.